Hey guys, here's a long-term review of the Alpinestars Bionic Action V2 Protection Jacket. And that's what it says right here in the tag. Now, as always, I'll put a link down below to this thing where I got it. And mine's a little worn now, properly worn from beating it to death. Now, I was riding motocross, and then I ride a lot of hard enduro and trailblazing stuff. So I'm literally bushwhacking through whatever mountain ridges with leaves, rocks, logs, sticks, branches, getting stabbed constantly. So because I ride an electric motion, I can kind of trailblaze through just about anything. And then I also ride the Beta Cross Trainer 300 on hard enduro stuff in Tennessee and West Virginia, Hatfields, and all that stuff. So I've put this thing through the test. I do like this thing a lot. I'm in South Florida a lot. You know, I don't ride there too much because it's nothing much to ride. But we do ride at Croom and do some bushwhacking and a lot of, kind of trialsy riding with the electric motion. And my friend's got a trials bike. So I do like hard armor personally, and I like the ventedness of this thing. This is about as vented as I could find for armor. I had the Fox prior to this, and the Fox worked for me well. I wore it out, and it's still around, but it's kind of beat. A couple of the pros of this thing is it is very well vented. It fits very well, and a couple of the decision-making factors for me on these armors are some of the armors come with an open area right here where your elbow folds. I don't care for that because as I trailblaze and bushwhack, I'm getting pricker bushes. Sometimes I wear this and this alone because it's so hot out, and I don't wear a jersey or anything over. I'm just wearing this to protect my skin from the trees and branches and falls and etc. Trying to protect your elbows from getting shattered, falling over on a rock wall or whatever I just rode over yesterday. So the pros are it's super lightweight, it's comfortable, it fits well, it's snug. This is a large, and I'm like 165 pounds, 5'10", and that they've always kind of fit me well, the larges. There's always going to be modifications, in my opinion, that you need to do to customize it specifically to you. And part of that is it rides up slightly, so the back plate, if I can get this off, the back plate kind of comes up and just pokes me in the back of the neck a little bit, not much. Part of the reason I think is that the belt system could maybe be improved upon, but it's got this Velcro that wraps around your belly when you've put the whole thing on. And I would like to see them do something to hold that belt in place. This always kind of rides up and the belt winds up on your bare stomach. And I would like almost like a loop or something to loop it into your pants, like a Velcro loop. I might add some stuff. I've got a sewing machine, industrial one as well. So I might add some stuff, and I always do some mods and repairs on things. So I'll probably build something in that holds this down better, and maybe in the back as well to keep that armor plate from riding up closer to my neck and kind of, as you're riding in an attack position, your head's back a little bit and you kind of feel that thing encroaching on your neck. The other thing is these straps, I don't know why, they never seem to put the Velcro in a great place. It's always like when you're tightening them, it's long gone, the receiving part of the Velcro. So I was just sticking it on the band itself because they're too loose. So I'll probably have to mod that, tighten them up. Sometimes I just cut sections out of them and fold them over and stitch them back up to tighten the thing up as it ages and stretches out. So I'll probably do that. It has been durable. I've ridden through all sorts of crazy stuff, and I only just recently tore a hole in it by getting hung up on some stick that stabbed me and hooked it perfectly, and I kept going and it ripped out. So it's nothing major, but you can probably stitch that up a little bit too. It's been protecting my skin really well considering how many branches and stuff I ride through. But I do like the armor. I always want something to protect myself from, falls on the rock climbs and shattering elbows and things, hopefully. It doesn't always help, but it is something. And if nothing else, sweeping through tons of branches and stuff, stabbing me. I actually had a stick stab me and stuck right in the armor yesterday, right about here. Missed, of course it always misses the armor. No, wasn't bad. But In terms of a long-term review, I think it's a great piece of equipment. Sometimes some of the failures are in the zippers. Like my Fox, the zipper failed and they wouldn't warranty it, which I thought stunk because it basically eroded from sweat, from the salt from the sweat. Now the trick to this one, the zipper hasn't failed yet, but I kind of see it's got a future of a fail, and I'll just have to replace it. But I'll ask Fox if they'll replace it, but they don't typically cover those things. So what I always have to do is, if you can remember to, I just spit on this or suck on it after you ride if you can, but usually I forget and do it before I put it on again. So it's either gets crusted up with sweat and salt, and I just suck on it and wet it on both sides, and that makes the thing mesh back up and work. So I've kind of just been skating by. The zipper hasn't failed yet. I think I've owned this thing over maybe close to 2 years now. So again, I'll put a link down below to what I bought, and reasonably priced. I've tried other ones. I have a review on a Layet heavy duty one that I sent back because it was just too bulky, too heavy. You could, after you wreck, you could always use a little more armor, but I tend to wear probably more than most people just because I do tend to go down a lot from the weird stuff that I'm always trying to do and practice. So I hope that helps you guys. I highly recommend it. Fits great. Very vented for South Florida, and it's been in the 90s up here in upstate New York when I'm riding these rocky wooded ridges and stuff. So, and I'll be heading back to the Hatfield McCoys and Tennessee on my way south this week. Hope that helps. Talk to you guys later. Appreciate any likes and subscribes. Again, link down below. Take care.